Hi, I'm Jeff Gunn, the author of the Hidden Sounds, Discover Your Own Method on Guitar series, books 1 through 4. And today I'm very happy to be here with Canadian Musician Magazine and share a few examples from each book. And today we're going to start with book 1, Developing a Musical Vocabulary on the Guitar. In this book we look at a range of different techniques that you can use. But we're going to start with the first one in the book, which is positioning. Now what is positioning? Well, it deals with two things. One is what we do with our strumming hand, and one is what we do with our fingering hand. Now, I can take a single note and I can play it using my strumming hand in a number of different positions along the string, and I'm going to get a range of sounds. Let me share an example with you. It's the same note, but 4 distinct sounds. I can do the same thing with chords, and I'm going to play an A minor chord. And back. Now notice how what I call the personality of the chord changed as I shifted back and forth. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is, if I go continuously throughout, you're going to also hear how the personality of this A minor changes. Let's check it out. Okay, we've looked at how we can change the sound on a single note or single chord using our strumming hand. Now how about our fingering hand? Well, we can play an A minor chord in first position here, and using the exact same notes on paper we can also play it here. But it sounds a little bit different. Listen again. Now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to play a little rhythm using an A minor chord here, and then I'm going to play the exact same A minor chord up at 5th position, and you'll hear the difference. Same chord, 2 different positions, and we get different personality for each expression. Now I'm going to combine the fingering hand and the strumming hand variations. Check this out, using an A minor chord. And you'll hear how the same progression was played, however it was played in different strumming hand regions and different fingering hand regions, okay? And we get different sounds. Now I'm going to play a strumming hand variation, doing the exact same technique. That changes the sound. In book 1, besides learning a range of positioning techniques, we also are going to work with something called artificial harmonics. Now on the guitar we have certain places where we can get natural harmonics. For example, the 12th fret, the 7th fret, the 5th fret, and up at the 17th fret, and even over the soundboard. Okay? And basically what that means is that they naturally occur. Okay? But there's some cases where we have to produce them ourselves. So, for example, if I have a G major chord, what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline this chord using artificial harmonics. Now what does that mean exactly? Well, it means I'm going to have to count up 12 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Okay? And I get a sound like this. Now since this is at the 3rd fret, I have to make sure I strike it on the 15th fret. This is on the 5th fret, which means 5 plus 12, 17. I have to strum up here at the 17th fret. Now how am I actually getting those sounds? Well, I'm using my I finger, the index finger, and I'm using my thumb, and I'm plucking in a way like a movement kind of like this. Okay? So it sounds like this if I'm going to outline the chord. Okay? Again. Now I can also add regular notes by using my ring finger, like so. And I can add more than one note with my A finger as well. Multiple notes. Here, check this out. I can also play an artificial harmonic note and a regular note simultaneously by using the thumb, index finger, as well as my ring finger, all in a motion, and I hope you can capture it, kind of like this. Let's try. Okay, now I can also play a chord like C major, which uses a combination of artificial harmonics and natural harmonics in order to get the same kind of sound. Let's check it out. So I've got my third finger here on the 3rd fret. It means I have to start at the 15th. This one's on the 2nd fret. It means I have to go to the 14th. The 3rd string is open, so I go back to the 12th. The 2nd string, I'm at the 1st fret, which means I have to count up 12 to 13. And finally, the 1st string is also open. So if I'm going to outline the chord, it would sound something like this. Now I can do the exact same thing I did with the G major chord, which is combine regular notes using my A finger or my ring finger. I can also use more than one note with the A finger. I can also, like the other one, do it simultaneously. Okay, so how can we actually put this into a song? Well, I'll give you an example. Using artificial harmonics, you can actually take regular chord progressions like a G, C, and D, and what you can do is you can actually play them all using artificial and natural harmonics. And here we go. And that gives you an idea of how we can use artificial harmonics.